Hey guys, Grumpiness here. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to play C.
Welcome, Commander.
Alright, let's get started with my
Please
build
choose
order.
your starting location.
We're probably going to go Cortex. I like Cortex C, it's pretty strong. It's very simple to understand. We're going to do 3 mexes. We're going to do like 2 to 3 windmills and then instantly walk into the ocean. As you can see, I don't have anyone in this game, so this is just going to be a rough guide, right? And then I'll post the full game after against the higher level
Battle
player.
started.
Alright, let's get into it. I'm not going to go for my 4th mex on the land, as I don't have a geo player that I would usually buy a con and res bot from. Alright, and I'm not going to get any transport, so we're going to ignore the island. Like sometimes I do if I play very aggressive. I don't go for the island. The transport and scout is not necessary. If you want to go full aggressive, you can do this build. It's pretty good. Works for me. You would just want a scout, and scout is free. You don't need to pay any win for the scout. If you buy a light transport, it's 2 win. If you buy a heavy transport and a scout, it is 3 win. Alright, so here I'm watching the wind, okay? If wind's above 15, I'm just going to do like 2 and walk. But since I don't have anyone on my team, I'm not going to get a res, but I'm just going to do 3. I will overflow a little bit of metal and E, because this is about the time I would pay the geo player as I'm walking. I pay him 230 metal for a con and a res bot. Basically what we want to do is, once we get our lab down, we want to go straight into 2 cons, a herring, 3 frigates and a destroyer on a repeat queue. Okay, and usually after the first 2 cons are out, I'll reduce it down to 1 on my repeat queue. And after the lab, I'm going to queue up a bunch of windmill just in his circle, in his range, so he doesn't have to walk. We're going to boost the first con out, which is going to go to the first 2 mexes and then back to boost the lab. But I'm going to hold spacebar when I'm low on E to finish building the windmill. So we're going to bounce between both, like this.
Low power.
Alright, boost it out a little and then back to wind. And we'll boost that one out when we got a bit of E. So the second con, he's the one that's going to go forward. He's going to grab that 3rd mex over there, the 4th mex in the front. He's going to make a radar and a torpedo launcher in the front, just so you have a little bit of a battleground. And all my ships are going to go that way because I'm going full aggressive. If I had a scout, I would be scouting about now to see where my enemy is going to get into the ocean. If he's getting in cove, which is the direction I'm going, or if he's getting in on his beach on the bottom right of the map. Usually he'd probably want to go for the island, the enemies, but sometimes I just ignore and let them have it, beat them in the sea really fast, and then I go and surround the island. And then I'll work on retaking that later. So here I'm just going to boost out until my metal hits 0. Once my metal hits 0, I'm going to instantly walk my comm. I want my comm up there to be able to repair my ships, just to have presence. If the enemy overextends, I can use my comm to blow their navy up, which is really good. And yeah, we're just ignoring the island for now. Most games, I don't even go for the island. For me, it's not worth. I want to win fast. I want to deny him entry. If I can't do that, then I'll go for the island, try and take it over. But he might have some stuff up there, some LLTs. So we gotta be careful with our common to retake the island. But yeah, here my build is 1 herring, 3 frigates, and a destroyer on a repeat queue. Sometimes I'll alt queue in an extra herring or 2 if the enemy's air is Cortex and he's harassing me early with shurikens. So the herrings double down as a radar ship and as anti-air. So it's really good. If the enemy is going heavy on subs, I'm going to add in a bit more destroyers. So I'll alt queue in 1 or 2 more extra destroyers just to deal with the subs. But usually the torpedo launchers are fine. And if he tries to harass you, so here I'm sitting outside his cove. Sometimes they'll send a sub around and try and hit your mexes in the back. That destroyer is going to come out at around the same time that sub is going to be there, right? So you can just use your destroyer in the back. Right, here these blue lines, this is if I bought a heavy trans, I would comm drop there and degun his lab. The second line, I'm going to go for the front line lab, comm drop the front. The third line, we could go to the beach, you know. If we can't get to the cove, we can turn around and go to the beach. And the 4th one here, we can land on this little island here and walk our comm into the ocean. All right, we can land there, we can repair our ships. If you really want, you can take the island, but I'd advise just to ignore it for now. Depends on your playstyle. I like full aggressive into Cove, deny him entry. Right, yep, this is if we beat him in Cove, this is where he's going to try and re-enter in these 3 circles. Right, so we gotta scout that. As soon as we've killed him in Cove, we immediately gotta scout that. Alright, we gotta scout that in case of this counter attack. He might do subs, he might do a bunch of skaters or dolphins. He'll do something to harass you. Right, and that could flip the script on your game. Right, this third con here, we're just gonna buy us some time, so we're gonna put down some torpedo launchers so we can keep our metal income. This is just to slow him down. If he does that, then we can use our comm in the front here and just make a front lab and still stay in the sea. Alright, now it's time for the full game, guys. This is where you're gonna see me use my own advice in a normal game, normal ranked game against a higher level player than me. His name is Platinum Blonde and he's a very strong opponent. Okay. In this game, I did buy 2 windmills
Commander.
from an eco player. That is something I like to do sometimes if I want to go full aggressive, but you guys will see. I also didn't get a heavy trance from my air player. I got a light trance instead because my air player wanted to do something else. In this video, my build is just a little bit different. I open only 1
Battle
con
started.
and I open a herring that goes straight to the beach on his side because I kind of want to deny from Cove. At this moment, I still don't know. I'm against Plat. I'm expecting him to be on the front line because that's his main spot. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of deny the island for later. This is also a tier 1 pretty much only guide. For a tier 2 guide for C, what to do once you've won C, or if the battle's going so long and you're both in the sea still contesting, when to transition to tier 2 and what you can do. I'll go for that in another video, alright, in the next one. Guys, I'm not going to be talking for the rest of this video until the end. I hope you enjoy.
Unit received. Enemy units spotted. Unit received. Unit received. Aircraft spotted. Air transport detected. Units under attack. Unit received. Commander self-destructed. Commander self-destructed. Commander destroyed. Your team reached Tech 2. Commander self-destructed. Units under attack. Commander self-destructed. Units under attack. Unit received. Air transport detected. Tech 2 unit detected. Commander self-destructed. Unit received. Tech 2 unit ready. Commander destroyed. Commander destroyed.
Alright guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it entertaining, quite useful.
Air
Maybe there was some
transport
tips you didn't know.
detected.
You can catch me live on Twitch pretty much daily, and I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll do part 2 in the next coming weeks or so.
Friendly
Whatever you
player
guys want.
lagging
Might do
behind.
some other guides first. But yeah, thanks for watching guys.
Battle ended.